car you might want to have a look at would be the Dirt Flirt right beside him, 12C. Let's see how Kimberly goes. She went pretty good in that last heat, just making her way through the field, and hopefully she can get a good result in this race as well. 50-50 time, folks. We'll announce that after this race, so get your tickets out and we'll make that announcement.
Here's grid positions for this, the third TQ race of the night. Groups 1 against 3. Mike Bell in the 48 from 1. Isabel Clark, car 7 from 2. Marty Knight in the 98 from 3. And Scott Bailey in the Access Man 36 from grid 4. 82, the Toast to the Coast, James Thompson from 5. And Aaron Findlay, car 38 from 6. From grid 7, Kimberly Yateman in the 12. And 9, Ricky Brett. We'll start from grid 8. Blake Findlay, car 83 from 9. Mark Morris in the 19 from 10, rounding out the field in the back row. Grid 11 will be the 41 of Jason Graham. Pace picking up this, the final TQ heat race of the evening. Big moves early from the 36 of Scott Bailey, muscling up, and he's battling there for that second spot right now. Our race leader is Isabel Clark, first-year TQ racer in the Sure Build 7 machine. And she was a standout in the quarter midget and doing very, very well. And this is the third TQ race of the evening. Scott Bailey in second. Oh, we've got one around that Marty Knight. Tommy tip over just to complete the act. Just turned turtle there. Very impressed with Isabel Clark.
Yeah, well, Marty Knight, as you said, just tipped it around himself. It went backwards. Nothing too serious in that one. Marty will probably restart this race, but congratulations, Isabel Clark, just 16 years old, leading out a TQ heat. And that's a terrifying moment for a young driver leading a field into turns 1, but she did it beautifully, and that 7 car is going very, very well. So congratulations to you, Isabel. That'll give you plenty of confidence to continue this race on. You have got Scott Bailey inside you, so it's not going to be very easy, but let's see how she goes in the next restart. Marty just getting his car all straightened up. They'll just check out all the details there, make sure it's safe enough to drive. But the Southbridge Tasty meets 98C of Martin Knight. He'll get a push off, and he will enter the back of the field and see if he can make his way forwards through the field.
Yeah, the Southbridge sausage stuffer. There you go.
Be careful, mate, be careful.
You've got to be careful with that one. Yeah, he runs a butchery out there. Boy, they just rave about Marty's meat out there at Southbridge Tasty Meats. The 36 car, all eyes on Scott Bailey, certainly one of the more seasoned campaigners in the TQ field here at the wheel of the Access Man car. He's got the inside running, Isabel Clark on the outside. James Thompson could be like a thief in the night on this one in the 82 Greymouth car. Huge experience from Thompson. Let's see whether he can put it to play. Green flag flies, and Isabel Clark, she did have the lead momentarily. She got the short back and sides from Scott Bailey as he went by. And here comes James Thompson. He's making his presence felt in the Power Farming West Coast 82 car. Isabel, is she up to the challenge? I'd have to say heck yes, because here's Ricky Brett now trying to give her the once over. It's not working. Oh, Brett goes around now. Mike Bell, he also turns around. Must have just hit a little bit of a slick spot down there. Very uncharacteristic for Ricky Brett in that 9 car.
Well, it's all happening, Ruapuna. We had Scott Bailey putting the move on Isabel Clark, and she was under a bit of pressure from the second position, which was James Thompson. And just as Ricky Brett was making his move, he lost all grip and started to turn round. It almost ended up in tears for a few of them, but good to see that everybody's right side up. But this will give Scott Bailey and James Thompson a good chance to fight out for first and second. And let's hope that Isabel Clark can hold on for third. Be great to see her hold this position and get herself a good grid draw in the feature race.
Yeah, Kimberly Yateman looks like she could well be the meat in a Findlay sandwich here. Of course, what have we got? The Findlay family feud.
Yeah.
Quite likely to go on the 38 car of Aaron Findlay, the 83 of Blake Findlay.
Yeah, Blake, an ex-New Zealand grass cart champion as well, and him and his dad are both champions actually. Good pedalers, these boys, and Blake is just in his second year of racing, but he's going very, very well. So if you're unsure what happens on these restarts, folks, they do a double file restart, and the leader gets to choose when he would like to go or she would like to go. So what is it, AJ? They get to start about that orange cone on turn 3?
Yeah, they can start anywhere past the orange cone leading right up to the white chalk line, and they can also choose whether they want to be on the inside or the outside. Some nights pays to be on the inner, sometimes, well, you know, the outside could be the fast groove on the racetrack. Of course, it does change the very shape and nature of the race as well. As we said earlier, you sort of grab the deck of cards and shuffle them up again, and drivers who were running like 10th all of a sudden are the equivalent of 5th.
Yeah, exactly. It's a more competitive restart for sure, but if you are leading the field, you've got the opportunity to set the pace and go whenever you like. So looks like Mike Bell got a few issues there. They're actually towing that off, so he must have done a front end, I would say. Probably no steering. It looked very gentle what actually happened to the car, but he's obviously broken something, so he cannot continue. Marty Knight to the infielder before. That's the Canterbury waterproofing car and the Southbridge Tasty Meats sponsored car. So Scott Bailey in a position now to see if he can secure a heat win here on Canterbury Championship night.
Well, yeah, he's been a real favourite too, hasn't he, Scott Bailey, and raced in the shadow of brother Lindsay for a few seasons, but he's really come into his own and got a great temperament, great race temperament as well. And of course, things do get a little bit frenetic out there from time to time, so we've racked them and stacked them again, and so that front row, James Thompson on the inside, Scott Bailey on the outside, Isabel Clark in the 7, and on the outer is Ricky Brett. So there must have been contact for them to have reinstated Brett into the front 4 there. Just idling their way around. Green flag going to fly again, and we've got 8 laps to go, so only 2 in the books. The race is but a pup. Lots can happen. Scott Bailey, James Thompson, Ricky Brett, they're our front 5. Kimberly Yateman, she's found a way through the inside of Isabel Clark. So Clark started so promisingly, shuffled back into 5th position right now, but boy, she is really hustling that sure-build number 7 machine along as a couple of long-time TQ rivals in James Thompson and Scott Bailey going hammer and tongs at the front. It's Bailey on the outside in the Access Man machine. Thompson on the inside. Drag race down the back chute past the value cars. Warehouse Grandstand, and it is going to be the 36 of Scott Bailey who holds the initiative right now. 5 more laps to go, and this is the 3rd TQ race of the evening. And you can't help but think that Ricky Brett is going to be looking for a fast way through. It could be the high line. That's where Brett's gone. He's going to try and build up the momentum. Sees a gap down low. Cuts down there, didn't work for him. So Scott Bailey, he's got a tenuous lead in this TQ race. James Thompson still in that 2nd spot. Ricky Brett in 3rd, the former New Zealand TQ champion in the Melrose Motorsport entry. Kimberly Yateman in the Barbecues Direct car. No show without punch. She's up there into 4th position and looming large. Still Bailey. What a ding-dong battle we've got going on there for 2nd and 3rd between James Thompson and Ricky Brett. White flag going to fly this time around. Has Scott Bailey got a big enough advantage? It's about 3 car lengths that he's got. Thompson is running out of time to make his move. Perhaps he's a little held up fighting off the challenges of Ricky Brett. Down through the prison bend they go. Thompson looking for the high line to wind it up. A little too late for that one. Scott Bailey takes out the win. James Thompson 2nd, Ricky Brett 3rd, Kimberly Yateman 4th, And fifth will go to Aaron Findlay. He's got bragging rights in the Findlay family feud because next car back was the 83 of his son, Blake Findlay. Great drive by Scott Bailey in the Access Man car. Boy, he had to survive more challenges than a Banana Republic dictator.
Yeah, well done to you, Scott Bailey. As AJ said, that was a challenging race. You managed to hold off some of the fastest TQ drivers around.